All right, we are live. So welcome everyone to today's webinar. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that everyone can see my slides. Is that working for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect, thanks. All right, so today we are going to be talking about how to find new caregivers for your team. We recognize that a lot of you on the call could be a caregiver yourself, or you've been with Give for a long time and you have caregivers, but there are times when you might need new caregivers, or one of your caregivers quits, or whatever reason we figured this topic would be helpful. Just so everyone is aware, because of HIPAA compliance and protection for our clients, we recognize that during the webinar, we'll definitely open this up to Q&A. So if anyone has any questions at any time, please ask. But we do just ask that you do not use the name of any of our clients within the webinar, since this will be going on YouTube. We just want to protect their privacy as much as possible. So if you're referencing someone or a situation, you can say my son or my daughter or the client that I work with or anything like that. We just ask that you don't use their personal name in any questions that you might ask. Today, we are going to be talking about a few different things. So we're going to talk about looking for new caregivers within your personal circles, our caregiver referral list that we have for caregivers who are looking to work more hours with more families. We'll discuss our new Facebook group that we designed to help connect caregivers and clients together. And then we are also going to talk about how to update your apps within whether you have an Apple or an Android phone, because we've just noticed that there's been quite a few tech problems, and updating your apps is usually the number one way to resolve those. And then we will also be discussing some save the date items for upcoming events that Giv.care will be putting on over the next few months, so that we can interact with you guys and get to see you in person. So finding caregivers in your community. You may know people that you go to church with, that are in your neighborhood, through social media and social groups, that might be a great fit to work with your loved one who has a disability. And because Giv.care pays $24 an hour, it's a really great incentive for people to also consider working as well. So we've also seen that the people that are often the most likely willing to work are people that you might not know directly. But if you put out feelers to your neighborhood or your church or social media groups and those different circles that you interact with, it might often be a friend of a friend that connects you to someone that could be a great caregiver. We've had a lot of people find success that way. And so oftentimes a friend will be like, you know what, I'm not in a position where I can be a caregiver, but I know this college student, or I know this other neighbor that is looking for work. And so just being able to kind of like talk about your need for a caregiver to a lot of different people is often a great way to find a caregiver. Was there a question? Did someone just raise a hand? Gwen, did you want to ask something or share something?
Yeah, I have a question. What's the minimum age?
So 16 is the minimum age, but if they are under the age of 18, they are not able to drive a client. But it can be a high school student who is 16 or older, and then 18 is just that threshold for driving.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Another great way to post on social is posting on social media. And so if you are going to make a post, these are the kinds of things that we suggest putting in those social media posts. So typically this could look like saying, hi, we are looking for new caregivers for Timmy. Timmy loves to play outside, go to the park, talk about Minecraft, and build Legos. And caring for Timmy often looks like accompanying him on those tasks, doing diaper changes every 3 hours. He will need meals helped prepared for him. Right now, Timmy is working on the following goals: emotional regulation, reading, acts of daily living, and you can kind of like list out the goals that they're working on, and then listing the specific days and times that you need help is really helpful. So saying we need care from 12 to 4 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then again, advertising that 24-hour pay, and just making sure that all of those details are within the social media post, because then your friends can share that and get that word out to their circles as well, which can also just help you find a caregiver more easily. We have, a lot of you guys might know this, but over the last 1.5 years, we've been compiling a caregiver referral list. And this list is over 100 caregivers deep, and it's caregivers that are already employed by Giv.care who are saying, hey, we would love to work with more clients and work more hours. And a lot of them are really interested in caregiving full time and working 40 hours a week, but their current client only offers them 20 hours a week. So they're trying to make this a career for themselves and get more clients. So if you reach out to us and you say, hey, I live in Eagle Mountain, we can go ahead and send you all of our caregivers that are looking for more hours in the Eagle Mountain area. Or I live in Davis County, we can send you all those Davis County caregivers. So at any time, we have that list available to all of our clients. Was there another question? David? Oh, nope.
There it is. Yes, I'm actually a caregiver myself, and I'm not getting any referrals. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that and just get my name out there. I've worked with a lot of kids when I was younger and done a lot with multiple handicapped kids in lots of different ways, and I really enjoyed it. But I, went a different path, and now I'm retired and looking for that extra business. But I've been on the list, and I've been on Facebook. I did all the things that I thought to do, and I'm not getting any referrals. So I'm just putting it out that anybody who wants it can, maybe I don't know what to do. Maybe I don't know how to make it so that I get referred. And I know that's kind of a difficult thing because you can't, say, oh, call Dave. But I'd like to find a way to get some more information out. Like maybe say to the people on the, with the referral list, we suggest a lot of people have had really great success if they call a lot of the names on the referral list and maybe the whole list, and just to get an idea of what people are out there, what they have to offer, or something like that. But I don't know. I just haven't had any referrals for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to get some. And I don't know how much longer I'll stay on because this is not for this, I'm just a caregiver and I'm not one of the people out like you guys. And, but that's my issue right now. So thank you. That's all I need.
Do you mind sharing what area you live in?
I live in the Mill Creek area, and
Okay.
I can drive anywhere, but I'd like to keep it as close as possible. But so I'm in the Salt Lake area. And I've gone as far out as 5400 west and 60th south. And then, but I try to, I like it more in the Salt Lake area if possible. I drive a big truck, takes a lot of gas.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'd like to get several clients. I've always enjoyed working with these kids or these types of people, and there's several groups that are really, fun to be with. I enjoy. I can't believe it, but I just actually enjoy being with them because I see them as at least as human as everybody else, and in fact, in a lot of ways, more human than a lot of us. There's a certain group that I found just warm my heart when I'm around them. So I just got to figure out how to get my name out there, and if you guys can figure out something to do that way, I would just love it.
Yeah, I do know that Salt Lake is a number, like not, I wouldn't say like a number one, but it is like a large area that we often get like requests for. And so what we do on our behalf is like whenever someone's like, hey, I'm in Salt Lake, we do send out all of our Salt Lake people, which probably isn't too many. It's probably less than 15 to 20 people. But then at that point, it's just kind of in the mercy of like who are the parents and the people going to reach out to and like what their needs are and stuff. And so, but we'll continue to look for ways that we can help our caregivers get connected as well. And if we do have situations where people are like, we're looking for a male caregiver. And if they are like in that situation, like we're able to say like, these are our male caregivers on the list and things like that. But I know I've communicated back and forth with you through email a few times. And so you are on our watch list of like, how can we help David get more clients? And so we'll keep working hard for you to do that. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'll leave then, since I don't think I have anything else to contribute. I don't know enough about what your side of the world is. And but thank you for letting me join you for a little while here.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Okay, we will move on to the next slide. And I did see a question come in. Selena had asked, how do you access the caregiver referral list? If you guys need more caregivers, you can email support@Giv.care at any time, and we can get that list to you for the caregivers in your area. So you guys have likely heard that we do have of the Facebook group. It's not new, but we have kind of like revamped it and we're trying to get it working better for you guys. So the hope of the new Facebook group is that caregivers who are looking for more hours can say on the group, hi, I'm a caregiver and I'm looking for more hours. And that way when parents or guardians need new caregivers, they can kind of go through and look through the bios that the caregivers have posted of themselves, and then have the two parties kind of meet and connect on Facebook. And then they can decide if they would like to interview or just have the caregiver start working with the family. So we're trying to empower the caregivers to want to post in there, and then kind of directing parents to say like, hey, go check out the Facebook group and see what bios are available, and you can connect with people there as well. Just trying to give you guys multiple avenues of finding the caregivers that you need. And so for the caregivers, we recommend posting a picture of yourself, showing where you or telling where you live, the available days and times that you're looking to work with clients, how far you're willing to travel to work with a client, and then sharing any specific skills and experience that you have. So if I was a caregiver posting in there, I could say, hi, my name is Paige. I live in Layton, Utah. I'm available Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 to 4 p.m. I'm willing to travel anywhere in Davis or Weber County. And I have 10 years experience working with clients with cerebral palsy, with both intellectual and developmental disabilities and physical disabilities. And so you can kind of have a full little bio about yourself. And so that way, when parents and guardians are scrolling through the Facebook group, they can kind of read through everyone and see what might be a good fit for their person. So this is kind of a little example, and you guys can screenshot this or save it when it comes out in the webinar replay tomorrow. But this is kind of a good little format to not be incredibly lengthy in your Facebook posts, but give people enough information about who you are and what you're able to do. The other thing that we wanted to touch on in this webinar is updating your apps. So on our end, we are able to pull a report of who has updated their apps since joining Giv.care and who hasn't. And we can see like what versions people are on. And we've gotten a lot of tech support emails and questions coming in. And most of those issues can be resolved if you just update your app. If you're not working with the most up-to-date version of our app, that's when you'll run into a lot of bugs, or the app will just completely expire and you won't be able to log in, and like different issues can arise. So we're going to take the next couple minutes to show you guys how to update your apps. We'll do a demo for the Android phones and a demo for the Apple phones so that you can get an idea of what this looks like. It's not a difficult process, but it will make your life 10 times easier and have less problems. Ooh, they both started playing at the same time. So this video right here on this purple screen is the Android one. I'm gonna replay it because it started going. Ooh. And we just went, okay, pause this one. So you're gonna go into the Google Play Store on an Android phone, and you're gonna type in either Giv.pic or Giv.care, depending on which app you're trying to update. And if this update button right here shows, then you'll just click on that and that will download the latest software to your phone. So it's very simple, and you'll be able to use your app just like normal. Just search for it in the Google Play Store. If the update button appears, that means you need to update it. Click it and you're good to go. On Apple, all of our Apple users are on test flight. And so you should get an email from test flight saying to update your phone. So you'll hop into your test flight app, and there will be a little bubble next to the apps that need to be updated. So you'll click that update button right in the app, and it will download the new software. And then you can switch over to your Giv.care apps, and it will work like normal. So you can also turn on automatic updates. I'm going to pause this real quick because it's going fast. So you can turn on automatic updates within the app too. So when you're in test flight, you can see, I'm going to back this up just a little. Will let me? Might not let me. I'll replay the video if anyone needs to see that again. But you can click on the app. So you can click Giv.pic, and is this done playing? Yep. Sorry. Anyway, so when you're in the test flight app, if you click on the actual app, you can turn on the automatic updates so that when the software is available to be updated, all you have to do is just have the automatic update on and you don't have to go in. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words, but you don't have to go back into the app to update it every time if you have those automatic updates turned on. So that's a really easy way for Apple users to avoid having to do all this. And here it is showing it again. So you click on it and then there's the toggle menu right here for automatic updates, and you'll click that. And when it turns green, that means those updates will happen automatically for Apple users. The last thing that we wanted to talk about on the webinar today are 2 important dates coming up. April 27th, we are going to have a breakfast and board games. This is a Saturday morning. It's going to be at Flourishing Grace Church in Bountiful, and we just picked that to hopefully be like a good little middle ground hub. They have a really great event center area and space within that building, and so they're graciously letting us use that for the event. But hopefully Bountiful will be a good location for our Weber and Davis and Salt Lake people to come hang out with us. We would love if you have a client with us and they have a friend that they want to bring, they're more than welcome to bring a friend. But we'll just have a bunch of different tables with different games for different skill levels and everything all set up. We'll have some donuts and fruit and water and juice and other things to eat. And it'll just be a fun time for us to be able to kind of see you guys one-on-one and meet up with you, have fun with you guys for a few hours. But it's early in the morning, so then everyone can kind of go along with the rest of their day. June 7th, we're having our 3rd annual Giv.care appreciation event, and it's going to be at Riverton City Park. We'll have more details forthcoming about times and all of that, but there will be food trucks for everyone to eat dinner for free. That's all paid for and covered by the Giv.care team. We'll have carnival games, face painter, a photo booth. If you've been to the event in the past, it's a really fun time, and we're hoping to just kind of make it bigger and better each year. And so that's coming up on June 7th this year. So that's it for everything for today. If you guys have questions about any topic in the future, any questions, concerns, troubleshooting your apps, you can ask us anything, anytime at support@Giv.care. I will open the floor to you guys now and stop sharing my screen. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we can specifically help with as an agency, whether that's related to finding a caregiver, updating your app, comments, questions, concerns? We'd love to address those for you if you have them.
Paige, if you don't mind, and if you want to take this question offline and talk to me later, that's fine. But what's the best way for me to go in and see what hours I have available to use Giv.care staff and check that out?
Yeah, do you have the Giv.pic Guardian app?
Yeah, I just installed that. Yeah.
Okay, so you should be able to click on, I believe it's the credit card icon on the bottom right corner. When you click on that, it should show the full budget for the client of how, and it can break it down between a monthly budget and a yearly budget. So you should be able to see how many hours you have available for the entire month, and then how many hours you have for the entire year. And then you can split that up. Like if you have 40 hours in a month, then you know that you have 10 hours a week that you can schedule for your staff. And then also when you go to schedule shift, it will, all caregivers have a 40-hour cap. So when you go to pick a caregiver, when you're scheduling a shift, it will also tell you how many hours that caregiver has already worked for the week, I believe. If that's wrong, someone from the Giv.care team can let me know, but I think it's a weekly view that it gives you for the caregiver when you go to schedule. So you should be able to see at any given time how many hours the client has and how many hours your caregivers have worked, all within that app.
And that's on the Giv.pic under that credit card.
Yep.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
On the PIC app, it's a little person rather than a credit card. On the caregiver app, it's a little credit card. So
thank you
just for Gwen,
Thanks, Ellie.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, it's a little person icon, which is like their full profile. So you'll be able to see all the past work shifts and their notes on that screen too when you click the little person.
Well, and I'd just like to say how easy you guys are to work with. I mean, I'm so glad that that my son's representative from suggested that this was an option to look into, because it's worked out really well for us.
Thank you so much. We love hearing that and getting that feedback. We love our clients and are just happy to be able to serve them as best we can. So it means a lot to us when we get feedback like that.
And thanks for picking Bountiful. That it's nice to spread it out a little for your activity. And we will easily be able to. I mean, we live on either side of Bountiful, so yeah, that's great. I'm looking forward to meeting some of you.
Awesome. We look forward to seeing you then too. Any other questions? All right, well, we will go ahead and close out our webinar for today, but we're just so grateful for everyone taking the time out of their day to come and meet with us, and we will send out the recording and the replay for everyone tomorrow. And we will, oh, John, do you have a question?
Sure. Yeah, I'm wondering how often you update your provider list. I got a spreadsheet from you. I might have been before Christmas, and I wondered if there are new additions in our area.
I believe sometime around, it might have been January of this year or toward the end of last year. I know we sent out an update to all of our caregivers and saying hey, do you want to be on the caregiver referral list? So I know it's kind of updated periodically as people email in. But Allie, I saw you turned your microphone on, so I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I was just going to say the list is live. So as we take people off and put people on, you'll be able to see the update as long as you still have the link. But we are also more than happy to email you a new link just so you can have it.
All right. Well, I'd appreciate a new link then.
Okay, I'll send you one.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then Paige, I think Selena had a question about the name of the Facebook group.
Oh, I will drop a link to that in the chat right now. It is facebook.com/group/Giv.care community. But I think if you're on Facebook and you type, I think if you type Giv.care community group, it should pop up, but that's the link to it in the chat as well if you want to save that and copy it to your phone.
I'm really glad you did that, Paige and the rest of the team. I'm glad to have that access. And Allie, would you send me that link you're sending to John?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Any other questions? All right. Well, we are just, again, grateful for your time, and we will send this recording to you guys tomorrow. And we just hope you have a great rest of your day.